If you are an entrepreneur, a coach, someone who is currently in the process, maybe the early days of building your social media or building your business, maybe you're working it part-time around a job and your dream, your vision is to be completely free from your job one day and earning enough money from your business to be doing that full-time, but you are doubting if it's ever going to work. You don't believe that you're good enough, or you feel like the process has been way too slow and you're wondering if it's ever going to take off. First of all, my goodness, I think every entrepreneur has been through that phase, and that has got to be one of the toughest, hardest phases of growing a business, is those early days when you've got a vision, you've got an idea, you've got a plan, but the results haven't quite caught up yet. I mean, anyone who is on a manifesting journey knows the feeling, right? Of that gestation period where you've got the vision, the goal, the plan, the desire, but you're still waiting for reality to catch up. And how do you find the inspiration, the motivation, the self-belief to keep going until you get that breakthrough? Well, my biggest tip, and I'm just going to share with you one thing in this video to keep it nice and simple and short and powerful and important, is to put the blinkers on and focus on your growth, on your creativity, on your craft, on your vision, on your goals. I think despite the fact that there are many blessings that we are living in such a blessed age, and the fact that we have access to information and knowledge and endless ideas, thanks to technology, thanks to social media, we can look at the blessings on that. At the same time, there is so much, like an overwhelming amount of comparison. And if you spend too much time consuming lots of other people and what they're doing, and they're showing the best days and you don't see the failures, maybe you're comparing your day one to their day 1000 and all of this. Comparison is not only the thief of joy, but it can be one of the number one killers of someone just committing to what they want to create for long enough to create it. Also, through the consumption of social media, we can overdevelop our addiction to instant gratification. And when it comes to creating something incredible, creating a community online, creating a business online, creating a social media following that actually has substance and depth and meaning, it doesn't have to take a long time, but it does require you to keep showing up. It does require you to keep believing in yourself and create another piece of content, or whatever the format of your business looks like, right? To keep showing up and to go again and again and again for long enough. To build almost like a collage of whatever it is that you're creating. Every step that you take, every piece of action that you take is another piece of the collage that you are painting. Sometimes we put way too much pressure and perfectionism on each piece of the collage, forgetting that it doesn't have to be everything, it's just one piece, right? So zoom out. I speak with a lot of my clients, when they first come to start working with me, maybe they are a coach who has just started their business and they're having their doubts, and they say to me things like, "Oh, Lucie, I don't think social media is for me because I've been creating content and it's not been working." And so I always have to question these statements that come out of people's mouths, because that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Then I find out that actually they've only been, creating posts on social media for a relatively short amount of time. So of course they don't feel like it's their thing yet because it's brand new to them. Or maybe they say, "Oh, I'm only getting 5,000 views on this video and 200 views on this video." I'm thinking, this is amazing. Like, this is such a great start. My goodness, the number of YouTube channels that I've created, other than this one, didn't get that far. Or the number of businesses that I, started and it wasn't the right fit, or I wasn't aligned with it. And, it's like, you're doing so well. So yeah, this video is for any early days entrepreneur, coach, or anyone who feels like they're in the early days, who feels like they're in the early stages of what they're building, who's maybe having doubts, who's maybe been focused on the glass half empty, to remind you to start focusing on what you have accomplished and to stop comparing yourself to where other people are presently in their journey, which has nothing to do with you or your journey. The less you pay attention to comparing yourself to others and the more focus you feed what you are creating, the better quality and the faster growth you will see. There will be less noise in your head of comparison or overthinking or feeling like you're not good enough or doubting the way you're doing it. And there will be more energy that you can give into creating something that is unique and amazing and aligned with what you originally wanted to start creating this for in the first place. So if you need a reset, if you need to just get back to focusing on your vision and your mission, please take this as a sign to do that. Limit the way that you consume social media. Be a creator, not a consumer of social media. Focus on what you are creating and why you are creating it. Develop the skills as you go of how to get better at marketing what you're doing, at capturing somebody's attention and engaging them and giving value. You know, these are all things that we only get better at with practice. So yeah, please don't give up early. There are so many people with incredible business ideas, with so much potential, with skills, with talent, with certifications, with experience, you know, who are stealing their own dreams away from themselves because of thoughts and limiting beliefs. They're drawing false conclusions. They are looking at how far they've come, comparing it to somebody else and deciding that must mean it's not working or it must not be for them, when that is simply not the truth. So if you started to believe that it was for you and that actually you're doing a brilliant job and actually you're right on track and actually you're exactly where you need to be, and of course if you just keep going and you keep playing the game and you keep showing up and you keep doing things in a way that are unique to you and your style, and you keep getting better at it through practice, if you can believe that, then your success is absolutely inevitable and you've got what it takes and it really can be this simple, and you just keep getting better and better all the time, and to focus on your wins, to focus on your progress more than focusing on where you are not yet, and that might just be the missing piece. A change of perspective, a change of self-talk, a change of mantra. Start beating the drum of I'm doing a great job and my success is inevitable, instead of beating the drum of why isn't it here yet? I don't think this is for me. What if it never works? You can choose which bum? You can choose which drum you beat. Right? And you can mess up along the way as well. So let me know if this message was for you. It was an inspired message from a wonderful one-to-one call that I just had with a new client. So I just thought, you know, I would just kind of like let it flow and see who it's for, because that's the best way to keep creating, right? Share what you're learning, share what's inspiring you, and share it on. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if this was for you. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Till next time, bye.